Good afternoon, guys. This is Jack2505, bruv, man. Welcome to episode 8 of the 2505 podcast. It's Tuesday, the 17th of September 2019, and I'm streaming right now live on Twitch. You can come and visit me on twitch.tv/Jack2505. This is where I do talks in the world of football and boxing. Things are getting a little bit hectic now. I also play Gears 5 on stream with viewers, and as well as FIFA19, with which I play FIFA and play with viewers. Also, you can also follow me on Twitter if you search for @Jack2505 underscore, and this will also be uploaded to my YouTube channel, which is Jack space 2505. So please like, share, and subscribe, and feel free to share your comments below. There's also a link to my Discord in the description box below. The Discord is a great server which allows you to keep in touch with me, catch up with the latest news concerning 2505 sports and 2505 gaming. Now, I don't know about you guys, man, but I have absolutely missed the Premier League after a long international break. The Premier League is back, 2505 sports is back, and Jack is back. So let's look to see what happened over the weekend, which is quite an interesting one. Quite an interesting one, depending on who you support. Now, we got to start off with the early kickoff at 12:30 at Anfield, and it was Liverpool against Newcastle. And Newcastle, they got off to a flying start with the opener. A shot lead by the Magpies, converted beautifully by Williams. Nice right foot shot, and he scored in front of the away fans from Newcastle, who went absolutely wild. 1-0 to Newcastle. Shot lead, definitely something I sort of thought maybe Newcastle might take the lead and Liverpool might take over later. Well, later on in the game, Matip was pulled down in the box where no penalty was given. And I'm thinking, what the hell, man? Where was VAR in this scenario? I've almost forgot about that system. But I remember when Matip, when he got brought down, Liverpool, they should have got something out of him. But anyway, going 1-0 down against Liverpool early is dangerous for any side coming to Anfield. Liverpool then piled on the pressure, and that equalizer was coming. Then they enter Mane once again with a right foot shot to the back of the net at the Kop end. 1-1, game on. As usual, Liverpool piling on that pressure. Now we got to talk about Firmino and those naughty little assists. By great work from Bobby, who puts in a cheeky through ball to Mane. And to be honest, the keeper, he should have got it. But look, a lucky little ricochet for Mane, who puts the ball in the back of the net to make it 2-1 to Liverpool, and 2 goals for Mane. Get in there, Mane, Liverpool's best player at the moment, as I keep saying every single week. Mane is Liverpool's best player, and he's gonna be the highest scored player at Liverpool this season, and I know he's gonna get player this season at Liverpool. Maybe the PFA player of the year if he keeps this up. So Liverpool dominance just continued into the second half. Another fit from Firmino, this time to Salah, who makes a great run into the box with a left foot finish, burying Newcastle 3-1. But even though it was Mane and Salah that got the goals, it is Firmino that seems to be grabbing all the headlines, man, and fully deserves so. When he comes on the pitch, he makes such a difference. Such a contribution to the other 2 forwards. They absolutely love him. The Liverpool fans love him. And Liverpool continue their 100% record. Still top of the league on 15 points. On to the next game. Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Bring on the Blues. Bring them on. And don't worry, we'll be talking about Chelsea later. So we move on to the first 3 p.m. kickoff, which was between Brighton and Burnley. And Brighton, they took the lead with a nice finish, which was a side volley, crossed in by March and converted by Neil Mupai, which was a fantastic finish, and the Seagulls lead after 51 minutes. Now, Brighton, they kept the lead until the 91st minute. And with a great move from Burnley, with a pass from Vidra, almost sounds like Hydra, with a back heel to Hendrick, who scored an absolutely amazing first time shot from outside the box. What a hit, what a goal. And Burnley ended up getting a point, a cheeky point at Brighton. And Brighton, they'll feel a little bit hard done by with a sucker punch right at the end. But well done. Well done to Hendrick. Well done to Burnley for getting that half-foot point away to Brighton. And then the next up is we go to Old Trafford. Old Trafford, in which Leicester let me down, unfortunately. And now with Man United and informed Leicester, and with United's current form, I was sure Leicester was going to get something out of this game with United's shaky confidence at the moment. Now, James Maddison, he had a great chance to make it 1-0 when he was tussling with Maguire, former teammate, in the box, and had a great shot, but well saved by David De Gea. United, they're on the attack, and after Rashford was brought down in the penalty box, it was a penalty to Man United. Ooh. Now, it seems like I think this saga's now settled. It does look like Rashford is the main penalty taker at the moment. And basically, he put the ball down, steps up, and beats Kasper Schmeichel, put it in the bottom right to make it 1-0 to the Red Devils. Now, United continued to create chances, including the Rashford free kick that hit the woodwork. And Leicester, they had chances too, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough. So, 3 points for Man United, which they badly needed to stay in contention for the top 4 race. So, you know, it's a good home win for United. As Leicester are a good team, so you have to give them credit. United, as I said, they continue their attacks. They did look good at times, but I just feel that once they go away from Old Trafford, I think they got West Ham next away. That's going to be a tough game for them. So I think United will be in the mix for top 4. However, I still tip them not to make it. I just think they just won't be consistent enough to do that. And they still got to worry about Leicester, obviously Arsenal and Chelsea as well. So we now move on to Bramall Lane as Southampton travel to Sheffield United. Now, Sheffield United thought they took the lead, but an easily ruled out VAR decision kept it 0-0. So Southampton, they then continued to press, and they got a well-deserved lead from a fantastic individual effort for Musa Janibo. I know I'm butchering that name. I do apologize. At first, he was being pulled down by a Sheffield United player, only to then continue honestly to then beat another 2 players and then convert a wonderful goal. A straight-up contender for goal of the month. That's in my opinion. That's got to be a contender for goal of the month. So 1-0 to the Saints. And then Billy Sharp did not help the matter for Sheffield United, as he was shown a straight red for a reckless challenge on the 85th minute, which then confirmed a home defeat for the Blades, and then basically a away win for the Saints. So well done to Newcastle, well done to Musa for the absolutely fantastic goal, well fought, honest finish that he did. So well done to the Saints for that away win. We now move on to the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium or Arena, whatever Spurs want to call it. Anyway, I don't think Spurs fans will care about what I think, because they absolutely battered Palace. Now, and I think a lot of unfair questions have been asked of Spurs over the last few weeks, and they answered back beautifully on Saturday. So it all started with Son. Well, Son, I'm telling you right now, as you guys can see in that picture, yeah, the passion, the drive. He is an absolutely brilliant player, and I wouldn't want to admit this to Tottenham fans, but I will take about Liverpool all day long. Son is an absolutely fantastic player, and he gets things running. He gets things running for Spurs, where he runs into the box after a quick turn and converts with his left foot. Absolutely wonderful finish. If you ain't seen it, you should see it, and Spurs fans will know what I'm talking about. Absolutely brilliant finish. And then Spurs, they did then continue their dominance, and then after a shot from Serge Aurier, his shot was deflected by Van Aanholt in a tight angle, so it was a little bit unlucky for Palace, but end of the day, Spurs are so dominant and rode their luck, and then it was converted into an own goal to make it 2-0 to Spurs. And then Spurs, they then pressed on with a lovely cross from Aurier, once again getting involved, and an amazing first time volley from my man Son. I don't know which goal was better, the first or the second, but probably the second one. I mean, in football, you can never beat a volley, right? To make it 3-0. Son, can't praise him enough. Wicked player, bad boy player. Always turns up for Spurs, and I feel like he doesn't get the credit. I don't think he gets enough credit. I think he does get credit, but I think he deserves that little bit more praise. So at half time, it's Spurs 4, Palace 0. Humiliation for Palace. So even though there were no goals in the second half, Spurs, they could have made it more, and Palace showed nothing. Total shutdown, and a great response from Spurs to answer the critics of recent weeks, because you know the pundits are like, the real pro pundits, they always like to pick on someone every week, and they've been picking on Spurs a bit, but Spurs, after Palace, within the recent weeks of beating United at Old Trafford, they were coming at a high, but Spurs, they shut them down 4-0. Well done to Tottenham. Now we move on to Wolves. To Wolves and Chelsea. Now Chelsea, they travel to Wolves to continue their run of good form under Lampard, and they didn't disappoint. An absolutely fantastic first time hit from Tomori, which was his first goal for Chelsea. And what a way to start. Bloody hell, what another contender for Golden a month for me. Great strike which caught the keeper by surprise, and the keeper had no chance. Great first time hit from outside the box. Mason Mount had a chance in the box, was brought down in the box, but it looks like the referee played the advantage, and then my man Tammy Abraham once again takes his chance and converts it to make it 2-0. Tammy Abraham, I'm telling you this right now, thank God he's taking his chance and opportunity at Chelsea, where a young player like him with Chelsea under any normal circumstances, he will probably be on loan for 10 years, and once he hits 28 and Bayern Munich want him or something, then Chelsea will take notice. However, because of Chelsea's circumstances, he's taking advantage and he's making a full name for himself, and well done, Tammy, well done. So Liverpool next week, they got to watch out for this kid, he's in top form at the moment, and bam, he wasn't finished. He then converts a header to make it 3-0, and this kid's form at the moment, apart from Sunday, next Sunday against Liverpool, I hope he keeps it up the following week, not against Liverpool, but I have a feeling he's gonna score against us, because someone else got to really cement their name against Liverpool, which I think you probably get one. Abraham again comes up with another amazing finish, where he beats the Wolves defender from inside the box and buries it in the bottom left to complete his hat-trick. But then Abraham was involved again, but this time for the wrong reason. A Wolves corner with a header which forces a save, but then deflects onto Tammy, which is an own goal, which then makes it 4-1. And then a tiny bit of belief from Wolves as Cotron converts a scramble goal to make it 4-2. But the other Chelsea youngster, Mason Mount, converts a finish well beyond his years to make it 5-2. Chelsea have got Liverpool next, and to be honest, they're going into that game in great form, and Lampard, at the moment, he must be enjoying life as Chelsea manager. And these young boys, what they're doing is, they're pulling their socks up. They're showing the world what they can do. They're taking full advantage of the transfer ban at Chelsea. And I think the transfer ban at Chelsea has more than benefited the young boys there. So, whether you love Chelsea or not, you have to give it to them. You have to give it to them young boys and that. They're taking advantage of it, and well done. Well done to them so far in the league. I still don't think Chelsea will keep it up. I still don't think they'll get top 4. I think Chelsea, as the season goes by, they may struggle, and I'm still sticking with my 6th place prediction for the Chelsea. Now, let's move to Carrow Road, right? And the last week or so, I've been speaking with some friends privately, and just continuing my moaning stroke admiration for Manchester City. Now, I was saying to a friend of mine that Where are City gonna drop points? Apart from them playing Tottenham or Liverpool, who's gonna nick points off City? So I'm looking at the fixtures and just finding no glimmer of hope. And I just looked and I thought, Norwich. What's Norwich gonna do? Well, let's look into it. Now, it looks like Liverpool got a bit of an early Christmas present from Norwich at the lively Carrow Road, the Saturday evening kickoff. So it all started where Buyundia, with a corner from him, which was headed in by McLean to lift Carrow Road with a 1-0 lead over the Premier League champions. Now, Pookie's one of my favourite players at the moment. He makes a great run in the box and he sees Campbell's in a better position. So he then unselfishly passes to Campbell, and then Campbell converts it to make it 2-0 with his little, I don't know, boogie little celebration he was doing there. Young boy scores again. He's another young one. He's banging it up as well. Makes it 2-0 to Norwich. This ain't the start we were expecting. You know, the viewership just started going sky high when man realised Norwich were 2-0 up against the Premier League champions Man City. And then City then started to gain some control. Then, as expected, you know, the absolute master, Sergio Aguero, pops up with a header to then make it 2-1. And then, you know, I'm thinking, here we go. City going to come back. Aguero, he's too reliable. Always turn up for City. Fantastic player. However, Otamendi, he went to sleep at the back. And then he was intercepted by Buendia, who then passes it to Pookie. And Pookie converts it to make it 3-1. You know, at this point, you know Jurgen Klopp was probably at home or out. You know Klopp probably tuned in by and they go, let me have a look. Anyway, City weren't ready to throw in the towel yet after a fantastic strike from Rodri to make it 3-2. But it wasn't enough. Shock of the weekend. Fantastic result for Norwich. Amazing result for Liverpool. Thank you, Norwich. Thank you, Norwich City, so much for making the rest of the Premier League believe, especially Liverpool. Norwich 3, Man City 2. This is a result none of us saw coming, and I heard Norwich were 30-1 to win. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've heard through the grapevine. 30-1. So that's Norwich 3, Manchester City 2. We now move on to the Sunday games, in which Bournemouth entertained Everton. Anyway, Wilson opens the score sheet and a well-deserved goal from Wilson, who's in a little bit of form at the moment, and makes it 1-0 to Bournemouth. Everton do answer back though with a header of their own finished by Calvert-Lewin to make it 1-1 right before half-time. So enter Ryan Fraser with an extremely quickly taken free kick that took Jordan Pickford by surprise, but even caught me by surprise. But I don't think anyone saw it coming. He took it so quick, and to make it 2-1 to Bournemouth. So that was a nice finish from Fraser there. And then Callum Wilson once again makes it 3-1 with a wonderful finish past Pickford. On form, Wilson strikes again to finish Everton, to bury them. Great win for Bournemouth. Hard up for Everton. 3-1 Bournemouth, and they grabbed the 3 points. Now, final game of the week. Got Arsenal, who travelled to Watford. Now, Arsenal in a bit of form themselves at the moment. And Arsenal, as I've reminded you guys each week, they're still my team to finish 4th. They opened the score sheet with a lovely finish from my favourite Arsenal player, Aubameyang. He's in bad boy form at the moment. He had a great season last season, which he was joint top goal scorer with Salah and Mane. So, you know, that was 1-0 to the Gooners there. And then Aubameyang converts another finish to make it 2-0. So you think at this moment, Arsenal are cruising, right? They're in control and they'll be looking to take all 3 points back to North London, right? Well, Watford, they had other ideas as Socrates made an absolutely awful pass from the keeper. And then who scores? Former Man United legend, Tom Cleverley. 2-1 and Watford are back in the game. And the Arsenal, they're crushed mentally and bottling it. And David Luiz once again costs Arsenal as he brings down Pereira in the box and gives Watford the penalty in the 81st minute. Penalty converted by Pereira to make it 2-2. And now Arsenal are now the favourite subject of all the UK pundits who can't wait to lay into them. You know what I'm talking about, movements like Souness and all them boys, man. They can't wait. They hate Arsenal so much. They just, when things don't go Arsenal's way, them boys, they just can't wait to kick him to kick him in the nuts. What a wasted opportunity for Arsenal, though, man. 2-0 up and then mess up against Watford. It was a bad week for them where, you know, Tottenham won, Chelsea won, United won, Liverpool also won, City lost, but that's not going to affect Arsenal in the slightest. So, Arsenal, they need to make sure they get 3 points in their next game because they don't want to be slipping behind. Now, I did watch the Monday game, the Monday night kickoff between Aston Villa and West Ham. And to be honest, it was a very competitive, fiery game. And there should have been goals, but there wasn't. So, goal-wise, there's not much to say. I mean, Arthur Masuku, he was given a straight red after a silly challenge. And the Villa captain Grealish booked for a late challenge. High energy game, as I said before, which ended 0-0. So goal-wise, not really much to talk about. But as I said before, I've absolutely missed the Premier League, and I'm glad it's back in full flow. I'm not sure when the international break is coming back, but trust me, I'm not looking forward to that. I only like the tournaments. You just give me the World Cup, Euros, Copa America, African Cup of Nations. That's what I'm interested in. I'm not interested in qualifiers or friendlies whatsoever. So, it was good to see the Premier League back with a bang. Goals, shock wins, bottle jobs. Now, well, later on today, Champions League is back. It returns. It's time for Liverpool to defend their crown as Liverpool represent Europe as the current European champions. So later on, I'll be covering live talks on Twitch between the game between Napoli and Liverpool. Napoli and Liverpool tonight live on Twitch, in which I'll be playing FIFA and speaking with viewers during the game. So that should be a lot of fun. I must admit, I am worried. Because the Napoli game, you know, Liverpool, they don't do very well over there, and Napoli, they've been a little bit of a bogey team away. So it will be a tough game. I predict, to be honest, I'll be happy with a draw, and it's good that Liverpool getting the hardest game in the group out of the way first time. So I will be concentrating on the Wednesday games between PSG, Real Madrid, Atletico, Juve. Definitely looking forward to those ones also. And this week I'm going to be working on a blog and a video regarding one of my footballing. You know what? I'm going to call him a footballing hero. But this video and the blog will be questioning that in a way that most of the football world in the UK have been questioning. People are saying he's not a hero, he's not an icon. I disagree, and I think it's something that you can't really deny, and that's talking about Michael Owen. So I will be doing a video and a blog on Michael Owen with the question: Is he a football hero? Is he an icon? That's a question I'm going to be answering, and you guys will be happy to hear you guys comment on that also, and in the way he's being viewed in the public, and regarding his latest book. But you've been listening to 2505 Sports. I'm Jack2505. Again, you can follow me on Twitter with @Jack2505_. YouTube, Jack space 2505, and the Discord link is below. So as I said, there's going to be Champions League tonight live on Twitch, and on Wednesday they're going to be doing a Champions League roundup video on Thursday. But thank you very much for listening. It's been a great stream, great video, and I will catch you soon.